What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? Welcome to the video. This is going to be the updated guide for the MOSSROCK Aurochs in Call of Dragons. This pet has been out for quite some time now, and this episode is going to show you the best build that is currently used by most people in open field combat. If you're new here, like, share, subscribe, leave some comments down below. Let's get started. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, another day, another video. Today we're going to be updating the MOSSROCK Aurochs in Call of Dragons. The MOSSROCK is considered to be one of the best infantry pets in the game. It can do a lot of good stuff for you if you build it for your account. Before we get started with the build, we need to address the elephant in the room, which is the Venomous Lizard. The Venomous Lizard is considered to be one of the best war pets for open field combat when it comes to infantry. This pet is going to be very good in those situations where you are targeted by many people on the field. Usually with infantry, your infantry dies in less than 10 seconds when you're fighting many people at the same time. Therefore, the Venomous Lizard becomes one of the best war pets to use for those type of situations. However, if there are not many people on the field, the Venomous Lizard kind of underperforms because it has only a 12% trigger chance. So if you're fighting few people and you get to cast a lot of rage skill for your infantry, the Venomous Lizard kind of underperforms in those situations. Now for today, we're going to be looking at the MOSSROCK Aurochs. This is one of the best war pets for the infantry troop type. And if you're going to be using Kuma in the open field, I think you should build the MOSSROCK Aurochs because this pet is going to be excellent in those situations where you are not fighting a lot of people, because you're going to cast a lot of rage skill cycles and you should be able to do a lot of damage with this pet. This pet is also very good when you are being swarmed by multiple cavalry at the same time. On top of it, it's going to perform very well when you are having brawl fights with those infantry in the front line. So this MOSSROCK Aurochs is going to be very good. Another reason to build the MOSSROCK Aurochs is going to be your garrison. In your garrison, you're going to need someone very powerful. So let me show you my garrison, what it looks like right now. In my garrison, I have Ella and Kuma. So these are the most used garrisons in the game right now. And if you build the MOSSROCK Aurochs, you're going to hit two birds with one shot. You're going to have a pet that's going to be excellent for your garrison. And you're going to have a pet that's going to be excellent for open field combat. And for today, I will be showing you what most people are using for the MOSSROCK Aurochs. Let's go straight to the pet sanctuary and locate the MOSSROCK Aurochs. And here it is, one of the coolest war pets for open field combat. The pet has a rage skill, which means you're going to need rage to work with this pet. It does not hit long range, the attack range is going to be melee. When people are fighting you in close combat, this pet becomes a real monster. He becomes a beast, and Kuma is gonna take him to the next level. Now the talent skill says for the next 3 seconds, the Legion's infantry units gain 10% HP plus whatever you see here depending on your attributes, which is pretty nice, and deals physical skill damage twice to enemy legions that deal damage to them. Damage factor number 1, 28 plus 37, dependent on your attributes. And damage factor number 2, 48, which scales with infantry HP. Now these are the HP that you obtain during fights, like the Kuma rage skill, which makes it very good. Damage can be triggered up to 5 times per second. As you guys can see, when many legions are swarming you in close combat, this pet is gonna go to the next level. Better than the Venomous Lizard in that type of situation, and it's one of the reasons you use it for your garrison, because if many people attack your garrison, this pet is going to be maintaining your city and helping you do some disgusting stuff to all of those enemies. So this is the talent skill of the pet. Now the pet has another booster skill right here that we're going to check out. The booster skill is going to be so fantastic. Let's have a look at it. It is known as the advanced coil, and you can find it from the end of the season. So we got the coil here. Now why is everything hiding? Okay, so here is the advanced coil, which is another skill that you're going to need on the pet. It says coil first damage dealt 20% plus 31%. So this number here that you see in green, it's going to be boosted by that skill and let you do a lot of damage in the open field. The other skill is going to give you more HP, but it's not really recommended because it's going to be very expensive to get this skill to like a high level. Most people are not going to be able to afford it. Therefore, you're going to go with the advanced coil, a skill that you buy from the end of the season, and you're going to put it over here. In my case, I'm going to be switching out this intense coil when I get enough crystals. This is what I'm going to be switching. So now we're going to check out the build for the MOSSROCK Aurochs, what is being used by most people in open field combat. If you want to build the pet, build it the way I'm going to show you right now. Okay, Warriors of Tamaris, this is how you build the MOSSROCK Aurochs in Call of Dragons. You're going to have 8 skills on the pet with 8 skill slots for you to do some good damage to your enemies. Remember, this pet is going to be very useful for open field combat, and it's going to be very, very useful for your garrison. The first skill that you're going to put is going to be the coil, which is the talent skill. We already talked about it. And then you got to put the advanced coil, this skill right here, which is going to boost the first damage of the coil talent, helping you get lots of damage output, especially when people fight you in close combat. You're going to put a tooth and claw. This tooth and claw is going to be boosting 2 skills on the pet. The first one that is going to boost is going to be the coil, and it's also going to boost the advanced counter strike for your pet. You're going to put counter strike on your pet, which is going to do crazy counter attack damage to your enemies, and then you're going to put the advanced counter strike as well. Every time you cast this counter strike on your enemies, you're going to have a chance to do damage with the advanced counter strike, and it's going to be some good stuff for you. Now moving on, you're going to put the 3 critical package skills. You're going to have things like the blood roar. This is going to help give you lots of crit rates. You're going to put the angry roar. It's going to give you more crit rate. These 2 skills together are going to stack and give you some good stuff. And then you got the fatal bite. That's going to come in and increase the crit rate damage that you get for your pet. Things are going to be going crazy. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you build the MOSSROCK Aurochs for your account. This is the build that is used by most people in the game as of right now. So this is it, guys. This is the updated guide for the MOSSROCK Aurochs in Call of Dragons. Build it the way you see here on the screen, and you will be doing some crazy stuff against your enemies in open field combat. To summarize everything, the MOSSROCK Aurochs is one of the most used infantry war pets in open field combat because it does lots and lots of good stuff for your account. We have things like the venomous lizard that can also get the job done, but the MOSSROCK Aurochs is going to be very versatile. You're going to have somebody that's going to be protecting your city. It's going to be a fantastic pet. Kuma is not going to be going anywhere. Kuma is going to be almost immortal in the game for a very long time. Therefore, the MOSSROCK is always going to be useful with Kuma. Whether you're using him on the field or in your garrison, this pet got you covered. And if you build Ella as well, you have yourself a fantastic open field combo, and you have a fantastic garrison combo as well. So the MOSSROCK Aurochs is a fantastic pet to build. Just build it the way you see here on the screen, but you're going to swap the intense coil with the advanced coil and you are good to go. That is something that I'm going to be doing. This coil skill is going to be so expensive. You're better off getting the one that you buy from the end of the season. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more content. Until then, see you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.